This is CNN 10, and I'm Carl Azus, happy to have you along for the ride. It's been a roller coaster ride for international stocks this week. Main culprit for this is a disease outbreak that started in Wuhan, China late last year. The new coronavirus is not as widespread or deadly as the flu, but it's mysterious.
A SARS-like virus, which has infected hundreds in China, has now reached the United States.
The growing concerns about the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S. Here's what we know.
Today, the World Health Organization officially announced that this is a global pandemic.
Effective Monday, March 16th, we will close all Los Angeles Unified Public Schools for 2 weeks while we evaluate the appropriate path forward.
In Los Angeles, the nation's second largest school district will now close for 2 weeks
to travel
starting
to
Monday.
Wuhan in China.
Across the country, at least 21 million kids over the past 24 hours.
Are we prepared? John, let's make sure people need to understand that things will get worse before they get better.
In the heart of Lincoln Heights and Boyle Heights, Bravo Medical Magnet High School stands tall. Established in 1990, Bravo has always kept one goal: preparing the next leaders of the world. In 2020, as schools shuttered their doors, Bravo Medical Magnet transitioned to remote learning, fostering resilience and adaptability among students and staff. Virtual classes brought forth unique challenges, from technological obstacles to social and emotional disconnection.
Thank you, Bravo families, staff, and friends for joining us for our 2020 Bravo Knights High School virtual graduation.
Here, we will hear personal experiences from current Bravo Knights.
Good morning, I'm Dr. Lopez, the principal here at Bravo Medical Magnet High School.
My name is Victoria Montez, and I am the college counselor or college advisor at Bravo Medical Magnet High School.
Hi, my name's Julia, and I'm part of the class of 2024.
Hello, I'm Andrea Quinones. I'm in junior year right now.
Good morning. So the first question is going to be, describe Bravo's main public health issues pre-pandemic.
Pre-pandemic, actually, we were already talking about social emotional learning for students and how our students were uniquely affected by stress, anxiety, depression, sadness, and sometimes even loneliness. And the reason why we were thinking about that is because our students are so focused on academics that our teachers tend to give a lot of homework assignments, tend to give a lot of projects, a lot of work, and our students were so committed and doing so well that they would stay up late, they had no free time, they were getting stressed.
What were the most significant challenges during the pandemic you noticed in students and when it came to their journey to going to college?
During the pandemic, when it first hit in 2019, 2020, I was actually the testing coordinator. So I was a college advisor from 2020, 2021. It was surprisingly easier to get students through Zoom to kind of complete their applications and complete stuff. I don't know why. I don't know if our workshops were just easily accessible, kids were used to Zoom, they weren't missing classes to do it. I don't know. Because then class of 2022, I felt like it was a lot more work to get them to complete their applications, even though they were on campus at Bravo. So it was just strange. I think class of 2023 has been affected by the pandemic because there's a little bit too much laziness and apathy and, oh yeah, miss, I know I have to complete it, but I don't check Schoology. It's like, that needs to end. That's been the hardest part of the pandemic, is the effects of kind of creating a little bit of laziness on the parts of students. We didn't let you guys fail classes, right? We gave you so many chances. I think that has carried over into this sort of lack of urgency on the part of many students, and that's a little concerning.
The biggest challenge I face while distance learning is having the motivation to actually complete my assignments. I find that whenever I'm in a very homely surrounding, I don't want to do anything but lie in bed.
My experience with distance learning was, I actually really liked it because I had the ability to stay home and relax and watch Netflix and still be able to ace my classes. So I think it was a very good balanced lifestyle.
Did you have any significant struggles when it came to distance learning?
I guess my classes were pretty easy, but if I were to like do distance learning like my junior year, I'm pretty sure I would have struggled because like these are harder subjects, but like as a freshman, I don't think I really struggled that much.
So the concerns that we observed prior to the pandemic actually got worse. They got worse because we did not have the students here with us in person, so we were not able to see the symptoms, we were not able to see trends, we were not able to see and provide supports right away, that like the way we were used to. So students had to deal with those issues on their own or with their families, and oftentimes their families were not equipped to be able to help them or support them the way we were. So I think students struggled quite a bit. It was easier to hide behind the screen. It was easier to pretend that you were engaged. And you know, I'm not faulting anyone. I don't think I didn't think it was healthy, but I don't think that it's something to guilt students about. I think the conditions just lend themselves to do those kinds of things. So loneliness, depression, and even some more extreme mental health issues evidenced themselves because of the pandemic. So what we were already seeing got even worse. It just kind of exploded, and we felt somewhat powerless to be able to help and assist because we couldn't be there for them the way we normally were.
And now that we are sort of post-pandemic, are there any issues that you've noticed in, like you said, the class of 2023, class of 2024, and so on?
I am very hopeful that the class of 2024 will not be as resistant to application deadlines as class of 2023. It just seems like the class of 2023 has been, expects there to be extensions to deadlines, and someone's going to like hold their hand and walk them through everything instead of them following the directions that has been given. Like, I've had to help class of 2023 literally read emails, like literally set up the email to accept their enrollment. Like, I shouldn't have to do that for a college-bound student because that's like step one of being an adult. So I'm very hopeful that maybe class of 2024 will be more proactive in terms of they received an email, read the email, and then ask me, Miss, I don't understand it, versus like, I have no idea. I had a lot of class of 2023 be like, they act like they have no clue. And it's a little concerning that they're gonna be successful in college, to be honest, because if they won't even open an email, how are they gonna take classes? How are they gonna remember to register for classes? How are they gonna go to the classes? When they don't understand something in their Econ 101 class, what are they gonna do? Like, decide to fail? Like, it's a concern. It's a concern.
Ooh, I think again, it'd be having work ethic and having the motivation to complete assignments. I mean, it is done in the end of the day, but I find that I procrastinate a lot because of that.
Do you feel as if there's any resources at the school that can help aid you?
It made me more lazy, I feel like, and it made me like addicted to just like Googling everything and stuff like that.
Yes, a lot of new issues, and I think that they have been also opportunities for us to learn more. New issues include things like digital citizenship. So we were all forced to go into distance learning. Teachers, adults, those of us who came from a previous generation where, and when computers were not this readily available, and when information was not this readily available, and when new platforms, new software is coming out literally on a daily basis, social media issues. So digital citizenship became an issue. And what that means is, how do we interact with each other with this new digital reality? How do we submit homework? How do we check to make sure that homework is not plagiarized? How do we make sure that information that is being used to complete homework is not fake or false? How do we make sure that we are using these digital resources or devices to be able to communicate appropriately and respectfully? because there is so much out there that can easily get us in trouble. And how do we help students to have a balanced life between real interaction and digital interaction?
Can you briefly talk about steps that are being taken to address these issues?
So there are new mandated trainings that our district has actually published, and they're requiring all of us to train on a yearly basis. You know, we're now a one-to-one school, which means that every one of our students has a Chromebook or some sort of device, and we interact using those devices. That's new, right? That never happened. That happened because of the pandemic, but we kept it. We kept it because we knew it was one of those advantages, one of those good things that came out of that.
I feel like they have. I mean, they've offered tutoring and they've offered like a bunch of resources in order to be able to like kind of get out of that procrastinating and not doing your work habit.
Oh yeah, of course. Tutoring is always an option. Basically communicating with your teachers. Yeah, they're always there for you.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
A key takeaway that should be highlighted is that there are resources. Bravo offers assistance for students in and out of school. Tutor.com is a free tutoring website offered through Bravo with real-life teachers giving real-world help.